Alrighty. And we are live. Greetings and salutations to everyone on the internet. I am notoriously known as Miss Zoe, and today I'd like to welcome you to Thrilling Thursdays and the completion of the Halo 3 Legendary Trilogy. Of the Halo Legendary Trilogy. By completing Halo 3 on Legendary. And to really commemorate this effect, I decided to do a 2000 special. A combination of Halo and pizza. As what most kids did in the Xbox kids did in the late 2000s. Now, without further ado, let's get underway.
They let me pick. Did I ever tell you that? Choose whichever Spartan I wanted.
And pick their nose.
You know me.
You can pick your nose, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose unless they're a Spartan. And then they're militarily conditioned to let you pick their nose.
Like the others, you were strong and swift and brave. A natural leader. But you had something they didn't. Something no one saw but me. Can you guess? Luck.
I mean, once I saw you pull call the coin 7 times in a row, I knew you were the one.
Was I wrong?
Need a hand?
This ain't good. Damn. How far did he fall? 2 kilometers. Easy. Stay sharp.
Need a hand? Oh god, he's still got flood gunk all over his shoes.
Gorman? His armor's locked up. Gel layer could have taken most of the impact. I don't know, Sergeant Major.
Damn it, I lose so many white boys this way.
Radio for Vito. Heavy lift gear. We're not leaving him here.
Yeah, you're not.
Zombie!
Crazy fool. Why do you always jump? One of these days, you're gonna land on something as stubborn as you are. And I don't do bits and pieces. Where is she, Chief? Where's Cortana?
Being interrogated
Don't make
by
a
a
deal with
giant
promise.
hentai monster.
If you know you can't keep it.
She stayed behind.
Corporal, make it quick.
Sorry, sir. Your armor's still in partial lockdown.
Pete, wait! Arbiter's with us. Come on now. Got enough to worry about without you two trying to kill each other.
Were it so easy. We must go. The brutes have our scent.
They must love the scent of a real man.
Damn, Johnson, you didn't have to compliment me like that.
are my scouts. Move out, quiet as you can.
Walk it off. Walk it off. Ugh. It's still got Arbiter drool all over it.
Bravo team, this is Johnson. We got it. Fall back to the extraction point. Over. Roger that. Reynolds out.
That sounded close.
Yeah, too close.
Don't worry, Marines. You'll die quick and painfully.
Johnson, you be advised. Hostiles are on the move. I've got eyes on a brute pack. Over. Say again, Gunny. You're breaking up.
Got eyes on a brute pack.
Sergeant Major, Phantom inbound.
We stick together and we're gonna get spotted. Let's split up. Meet back at the LZ.
Alright, gang.
Go with the Arbiter. Head toward the river. Second squad, you're with me.
Alright, gang. Let's split up and search for clues.
Spread out, you whelps. Find them.
Up ahead. Single brute plus backup.
I was wondering when you were going to realize I was there.
All right.
Stop punching the lady. She does not accept your advance. Ooh, concussion! I don't think they can really hear you, Arbiter. There are a bunch of corpses now.
March!
Fuck you! I really... Wow. Ow, fuck! I'm dead. I keep forgetting how awful the fucking Halo 3 pistol is. Blech. No. No kamikaze runs for you. Blech. Brute shot. Twirl. Twirl. Aww. Where'd your armor go? Oh wait, I'm on legendary. That means I could also do this. Skull time! Do you have a gold tooth? I'm gonna beat you all to death because I can. Punch. Punch. Oh! Hey, look! It's one of your victims, bitch. Bubble. Ha ha! Double kill. Bye-bye. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Oh, my nuts. And I'm gonna kill you! Assassination.
And we are victorious. All who serve the prophets will be punished.
Kinky. Yeah. I don't need to tell you to tell me about your BDSM kinks. Oh, he saw me. Bleak! Ow. I will not! Blech. I have face planted into the ground. Triple. Boom. All right. Welcome to the jungle. We got plasma rifles. We could shoot everything you want. Because you are disciples. Wow. Nice dodge. Oof.
I didn't sign up for this.
Ow. Crying little cowards. Okay. A little premature there, dude. Little dude's like trying to make himself a suicide bomber, then realized I was already dead. He's like, oh no! I did this for nothing! Say what you will, the grunts are weirdly the most zealot out of all the fucking Covenant forces. I don't know any other demographic that would fucking throw themselves to the wolves. Literally just martyr themselves. And the worst part is, they're not even remembered for it. Ooh, drilled right through the nostrils. Reloading. Hateful scum! Ooh, oh, and a tumble! Yes, please, turn around, face me. Now you're dead. I can't finish this sentence because there's a hole in my head that isn't the one that's supposed to be there. Boom. I love the ejection for this thing. Oh, you sneaky fuck. An energy sword with one swing? Damn, no wonder you got rid of it. Colby! Ah, overshot it. Still got him, though. Use your grenade. He's dead. Ah!
We actually beat the demon?
Ooh, spiky. Let's turn you into fucking marauders. Hey, guess what you and a fucking tomato have? You're both pin cushions. Damn, just barely missed. Nice team kill. Bitch. Don't touch me. Good old-fashioned grade A beatdown.
They're en route, Chief, but I can't raise Bravo. Find them, get them to the extraction point.
Get their corpses. Got it.
Unworthy of my blades. Come. The landing zone is this way.
Okay. There we go. There we are. They must love the smell of a real man. Let's go, RB. You know, tonight
Kiss my ass.
damn, took a punch to the gut. And still standing.
Brute Chieftain. Phantom. Pinned us down. Killed my men.
Well, don't worry. You can get some payback before you join them. There we go. Marine. I think you need this.
Yes, sir, Master Chief.
Time to add a little bit of BM to this endeavor. Nicely done, RB.
The river. Hurry.
The river. The river. Quickly. The stream. Ah. All right.
Sacrifice me to complete your mission? Could you watch me die?
You can't die. You're an AI program. All I need to do is just copy paste you. I do have to say though, the whole 7 years thing that 343 came up with is absolutely fucking stupid. Banshees! Fast and low! Why the fuck did you try to land in a fucking fire zone?
Grenades. Blow them to bits.
We're being attacked!
No! And Chief is dead because we couldn't fucking take priority targeting. Ooh, very nice. DACA! Joke's on you, there is endless DACA! Ow. Well, the DACA has ended. Chief is down. Present firearms to 180 degrees. Oh, into the drink.
You won.
They weren't breaking our lines. Not a chance.
Yeah, that's right. Run! Run from the DACA! I just realized I should probably have myself somewhere where people can join me if they want. But yeah, no, it's just... Yes. The grenade. Where the fuck was your plan? Oh, look, it looped around.
See that?
I spy a Moa. Hmm? Oh, barrel. How dare you? Fuck you. Grenade! There we go. You're dead. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Dead. Dead. Hiya! Arbiter, get your fucking ass up. You're not allowed to die. You're immortal. Means you have to deal with this as long as possible. You'll be here till you're 90. Surprise, asshole. Get stuck, loser. Deployable cover makes me virtually invincible.
The Banshees will return. Hurry! Back into the jungle.
Need grenades, need grenades. Snipers on my to-do list today. Hey, yeet. Hi, yeet. Yeet. Ah, God damn it. Fine. I looked at the wrong one. have a sniper rifle. Ha. Ha. Ho! Flop. You just been oh, it has been don't stick it, watch out when you do
Come on, you dumb apes. You want breakfast? You gotta catch him.
Good luck, Johnson. Like a glove. It's like riding a bicycle, like opening brain cavities. It's like riding a bicycle. You never truly forget. Oh, I saw you. Come on. Come in. Hand. Well, unfortunately, I can't promise you that because I just made your death quick. I just shot your hand. What are you going to do about it? Come out of cover? Thank you! Oh, you're so kind and generous and dead. Especially dead. Pick up the second sniper rifle. Yep. Hi, I see you. Zap! Oh. Don't you hate it when your fucking allies just sleep on the job and then just wait for you to do all the work? No, you're not.
Here.
Harvey, get your fucking ass up. Oh, you're leaving? But we were just about to have fun! Stop throwing a temper tantrum, Arbiter.
Now you die. He's in hiding.
I'm dead! Beaten to death. Sniper rifle, I love it.
We won this fight.
Why can't I get...
On high.
Grenade! Yeah, if I kept getting knocked over by a bunch of incompetent scrubs, I'd be screaming too. Double.
Don't lose sight of it. Here it is.
Okay, yeah, you could just sit in your bubble for a little while I go and resupply. Dude, say though, it's a good thing this thing dropped all of its cargo. And none of it ended in the water. Because that could have been bad. Yeah, they're really holding out no. Ooh, looking like a motherfucking postcard.
See how they bait their trap? I will help you spring it.
Oh, damn it. Dead. Who is shooting me in the ass? What? Oh, my nuts! See how they bait their trap? Blech. I'm ready for you to take me, Mr. Neville. I love how he shot him in the back and all it did was piss him off, and now the grunt's running away screaming. Colby. Oh, right, the chieftain. Ah, he's activated his invincibility, and now, oh lord, he coming. Can't get me, but he's coming. Good luck, Arbiter! Thanks for revealing your dome piece. Anyone else? Ha! Through the underbelly. Well, he did get me. Oh my god, how buoyant is my armor? Letter. Through the tiny little window. Aw, hiding and hide behind the bubble. Come on. I can wait all day. I have literally nothing else to do right now. Through the window. Through the window. To the wall. Till your brain splat on the walls. All these bitches drop. Ah, shoot, shoot, motherfucker. Ah, shoot, shoot. God damn. Hi. I'm the Master Chief. How you doing? Hip. Ah, there we go. Oh, regenerator.
This isn't as fun as it looks. Cut the power. We're even, long as we're only counting today.
But what if we're counting?
What's your ETA? Roger that, Hocus. Friendly gunship coming in hot.
Stay alive! Pelican inbound. Well, while I'm waiting... Oh! Dodson sounds like they're having a good time. Gotta get the Iron Skull.
Hocus, Phantom.
See him. Stand by. Going loud. One down.
Ah! Dodge out of the way of the needlers only to get shot in the side of the head. Anyone else? No? Good.
Take it easy. We got a long ride.
Now, see, I told you I knew what the ladies like.
IFF confirmed. Contact is Pelican dropship, Kilo 23, over.
Roger that. What's the word, Kilo 23? Sierra 117 on board. Quest priority clear. Over. It's yours. Come on down.
Damn right, they got the sheet back. Crow's Nest. Clear the base, whatever
Sorry
it
for the
takes.
tight squeeze. Tell the commander her ace is in the hole.
In my hole specifically.
Check it out. No way. A Spartan?
For real. You better not be.
Oh man, he's here. We're gonna be
Where did you
alright.
find him?
Napping. Out back.
I'll bet. It's good to see you, Chief.
Likewise, man.
Let's get you up to speed. The Prophet of Truth's ships breached the lunar perimeter, smashed what was left of the home fleet. Terrestrial casualties from the subsequent bombardment were extreme. Truth could have landed anywhere, but he committed all his forces here, East Africa, the ruins of New Mombasa. Then they started digging.
They looked at my
What
porn
about
stash.
Halo?
We stopped it, but only temporarily. Now the Prophet of Truth is looking for something called the Ark, where he'll be able to fire all the Halo rings. If he succeeds, humanity, the Covenant, every sentient being in the galaxy.
The rings will kill us all.
Ma'am, I have Lord Hood.
One ring to
Patch him
blind
through.
them.
Good news, Commander Keyes?
Good as it gets, sir.
So I see. What's your status, son?
Green, sir.
As always.
Glad to hear it. Commander's come up with a good plan, but without you, I wasn't sure we could pull it off.
Truth's ships are clustered above the excavation site, and his infantry has deployed anti-aircraft batteries around the perimeter. But if we neutralize one of the batteries, punch a hole in Truth's defenses,
I'll initiate a low-level strike. Hit him right where it hurts. I only have a handful of ships, Master Chief. It's a big risk, but I'm confident.
It's a big risk, but I'm confident that you can blow them all before the week is done.
Down and charging.
As soon as they're up, re-establish contact with Lord Hood. Let him know.
All of you vermin.
Rude.
Cowering in the dirt, thinking, what, I wonder, that you might escape the coming fire? No. Your world will burn until its surface is but glass, and not even your demon will live to creep, blackened from its hole to mar the reflection of our passage, the culmination of our journey. For your destruction is the will of the gods, and I am their instrument.
So what is he? Ukulele, cornucopia, saxophone,
His mouth.
Does he usually mention
bugle? I think he's a mouth harp.
Give the order. We're closing shop.
Ma'am?
We're about to get hit.
All personnel.
They're wounded.
Text code Alpha
We're getting all of them
Prepare
out.
for immediate
I'll
evacuation.
have to carry him myself.
Ma'am, squad leaders are requesting a rally point. Where should they go?
To war.
Ma'am, that is not a legitimate coordinates. I need a location.
We just lost the perimeter cameras.
Motion trackers?
They're down or we're not receiving. Can't tell.
Any of our birds squawking?
Squawk.
No, ma'am. Wait, Overwatch has contacts. Phantoms closing on our position.
Any birds less than 5 minutes out? Bring them in. Tell everything else to scatter.
Aye, aye.
Never thought we'd have this many wounded.
Pelicans are gonna take extra time to load.
We knew they'd find us eventually. But we have a plan. Let's make it happen.
Let's go!
Come here, beautiful. Hey, Arbiter, found one of your victims.
Arbiter and I will guard the op center. Follow me, sir.
Perimeter's this way.
Come on, sir. I'll show you the way. The base was built in the 20th century. Full of old tech. Store control.
Yes, but on the plus side, that makes them hard,
Those turrets up.
hard to
Watch
hack.
your fields of fire.
How'd they find us?
Point of entry. Best assessment.
Hangar sergeant.
How'd they find us?
Master Chief.
Master Chief, what is that blinking, glowing thing in your rectum? Sir, I think it's a butt plug. No, Master Chief, that's a homing beacon.
Get some. We're with you, sir.
You're gonna die with me then.
Chief? Good. This channel is secure. My fire teams are spread thin. Can't hold out forever. I need that hangar clear for evac ASAP.
Expert marksmanship. Halo 3 rats! The rats have blessed our journey. I must keep fighting for the rats. But God damn. Well, that's an interesting yoga pose. Wow. You just defiled a corpse. You denied them the great journey. Okay. Now for a blast from the past.
Hey! Open up!
What's the password?
Password? Oh man, I forgot.
Forgot what?
I forgot the password.
See, that was almost right. See, the password begins with I forgot, but ends differently. Try again.
No, I mean, I forgot the password.
Okay, see, you got it wrong again. See, you said the same thing as last time.
I'm being serious. I don't know the password.
No. See, you changed the first part. See, that part was the right part. See, now you got the whole thing wrong.
No, I forgot what the password is, and I just need you to open the door.
All right, come on, man. Now you're just guessing.
I miss Rooster Teeth. That made my heart that made my heart happy. I miss that stuff. But I'm glad the people that the big people involved, most of them moved on to bigger and better things. I'm glad that most of them are still friends to an extent, minus the ones that were big pieces of shit. I'm not saying his name. Just fuck that guy. Rats! You bless my journey. Go forth. are you shooting through your own fucking ship? I call shenanigans. A big thankies from McSpankies. Ah, what? Jesus, another one? Can you all fuck off already? We don't want solicitors. No soliciting. Okay, reload. Dead. I'm gonna say though, doing this after doing legendary on Halo 2, this is a breath of fresh air. A reasonable challenge. I think that Marine just did a grunt and suicide bombed. I would double time if I had the ability to sprint. Oh boy. Hornets and Banshees going at it. Well, he's dead. Rest in peace, random pilot 337. Here we go. Onward and upward. Oh, down. Downward. Onward and downward. Yeah. Ba-da-da-da-da-dum.
Come on, Chief. Hustle on back.
I'm going as fast as Turk will allow me. Snoviet.
Hey, you hear that?
Yeah, and I don't like it.
Attention. Hostiles reported outside the barracks.
That sound. That soundy sound. That soundy sound that sounds skittery.
Lead the way.
Barracks are under attack. All available combat teams respond.
You guys should go to the barracks. Okay, not that way.
Anyone in the barracks? I need a sit rep now.
We're dead, ma'am!
Sir, this way!
Look! Coming out of the vents!
Line them up! Line them up!
What the hell are those things, Sergeant?
Take him down! Short control first!
Or just fire the machine gun and full of Daka! Weaponized
This way!
Daka!
Look! Coming out of the vents!
Line them up! Line them up!
Drones! The whole swarm! Take him down! Short control first!
I'm only dead because you got in my way.
Sir, this way!
Look! Coming out of the vents!
Line them up! Line them up!
Drones! The whole swarm!
Kill you there.
Focus fire!
Arr, I think one of the team shot me.
Sir, this way!
Look! Coming out of the vents!
Line them up! Line them up!
Take him down! Short control first!
Shoot the buggers!
Ark. They have the numbers, but I have the Daka.
Look! Coming out of the vents! Drones! The whole swarm! Take him down! Short control first! I knew you couldn't hide forever. Dirtball!
Good work!
Machine Gun Kelly! Wow. They really wanted in that door.
Boy, am I glad to see you!
Oh, there were 3 that were still alive. Good job, Marines.
I've got to hook up a timer. Might go off by itself.
Johnson. You might want to put that out. Chief, have a look. A little going away gift for the Covenant. We've linked it to smaller charges throughout the base.
A
Johnson,
bomb.
soon as the evacuation is complete, start the
Why is it that when tits start to go to tits up, we just go right to the fucking bomb?
Follow me, Chief.
Why are you running at such a slow pace?
Brutes have taken the barracks. Marines are trapped inside. Those apes ain't much for mercy, Chief. We both know what they do to prisoners.
Use them as bait. Or eat them.
Get to the barracks. Save those men.
Their belly aches,
escort them to
and
the
their
landing
flesh
pad
is
for evac.
seared just the way I like it. Joke's on you. I've got cover. Ow. That makes me mad. Sup, Chiefy? Yep. Oh, fuck! Sup? Sup, baby cakes? Ow. That was my knee! How dare you shoot me in the knee? I am not taking a wedding proposal. Ark. Brr. I have blocked the entranceway. Now there is only one way for you to get to me, and you're not going to get to me. Next! They're trying to make their point come across. Yeah, Regenerator doesn't stop the fucking bullets from piercing your fucking skull. Ha ha! You're dead. Anyone else? Don't lie. Now you're wounded. Your armor being damaged isn't wounded. In order to be wounded, you have to have a wound. Anyone else? Nope. Alright, we're off. Right, down we go. Oh, great, more of this. Open season.
Half-wit insect. The prophets use you like they used me. Reject their lies. Rebel, or all your lives in peril.
Another skull collected. Hi. Who were you talking to? I don't see anyone here. Ugh. Hello. Yeah, now this is more like it. Ooh.
There he goes. It's not working. I found him. Hold the line.
Narc. Well, I think he made his point. Ah. Eat that.
Look up. Stand your ground. They're charging.
Oops. Oopsie. Well, I finally finished what I started in the jungle. Radar jammer. Ooh, someone got stuckies. Don't try to hit me. Ooh, right in the chest. Oh no, I can't see. Whatever will I do? Die, apparently, because... The chief is the chief is A-posing. Unicorn! Bleh.
We have company. It's about time. Come on.
Nice of you to join us, Arbiter. Breath. And BXR. And BXR.
Make ready.
More contact.
Right here.
Brr. Everybody's heard about the bird, bird.
Someone get me out of here.
Everyone on their feet. Cover the chief. Grab a weapon.
Blech. Okay, that didn't work as well. Open the door. Toss this floor. Hey, thanks for destroying your armor for me. I had the wrong thing equipped. The chief! Ah! Ooh. Temporarily became monkey. You lucky sod. Oh, really? Nicely done. Nice hop. We're gonna keep trying until we succeed. Blair. No! Oh, fuck. I'll take this. There you are. Oh, that was fun. Just die.
Awesome throw.
Thank you.
We did all we could. Let us move the survivors up to the head. There is a lift outside.
Hoorah!
It's Ura.
My turn next. You're in a better place now.
You're in a better place now, and not in a brute stomach.
Commander, we lost the op center. Brutes attacked in force. Couldn't hold them all. Falling back to the hangar. But don't wait for us.
Should I do, ma'am?
Hold position. I'm not leaving without him.
We're not letting him become a hostage again. Up we go.
What is it you want?
I was just wondering how many different ways I could stab your fucking split lips.
Going after the thrusters. Shake them off, Lieutenant.
Looks like they got some mad hops. Alright, what? Who on my team killed me?
Shake them off, Lieutenant.
Open fire!
Assassinated.
Save your fire for the brute.
I didn't do shit. Oh, right in the nuts. Flop. Looks like something went on autopilot.
Drones, go! I'll cover you.
Ooh, cloaking.
Brutes, in the op center. They disarmed the bomb. Sorry, Commander, there were too many. Even for me.
Chief, get back to the op center. Kill those brutes. Rearm the bomb. I've got to get these men out of here.
Okay.
Radio with another exit. Good luck.
Okay, bye. Well, time for my suicide mission. Last one out, get the lights.
You will be the protectors of Earth and all her colonies.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch. Okay, that was an impressive throw, I gotta admit. Okay. I find it funny that I was about to say, I find it funny that we got a translation for the grunts, elites, all of these except the jackals. Their syntax structure must be so drastically different than ours. Ow. Oh, hi there. One second. Can't hear you. Let me adjust some things. Might be audio's going through the wrong channel. Let me fix.
Never gonna run around and desert you.
Thank you for ending the Rickroll.
You're welcome. You can hear me now. I take it you were talking about translations from alien languages into ours?
Well, it was stated in Halo 2 that because of all the work that Cortana and Chief did on Halo, Cortana was able to translate the dialogue of the grunts and elites.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but I find it funny that the jackals are still speaking like alien gibberish, for lack of a better term. Which tells me that if Cortana hasn't figured it out yet, it must like the syntax structure and whatnot for the jackals' language must be so drastically different than ours that there is no like one-to-one translation.
That would make sense. Their concept of things. Also, if their language is, as an example, entirely oral, that would be difficult as well.
Yeah. They could very easily be something like UV translation or something like that. Where their language is predominantly like, hey, I say Hotan, but my quills are blue, that means that I'm happy about something. But if I say Proton and my things are red, that means I'm sad about something.
Yep. I'll never forget R.A. Salvatore talking about something very similar with Drow, of all things, and their version of text, right? Because they're a highly oral people because they primarily use infravision, right? And that, like, when they study scrolls or read spell books or something, that they have to actually use artificial sources of light, which is extremely rare in Drow society, right?
Artificial lights or national lights?
Artificial lights, like candle light, that kind of thing, because they don't like it, they don't use it. It shuts down their infravision.
Yeah.
Which is something that people also tend to forget about, is that like light destroys dark vision.
Yeah, turns it into dim vision.
Turns it into regular vision.
Yeah, it depends on how far
all they
away
get.
It depends on how far away the torch is.
That you have to be. I always liked the 1E rulings with this, personally, and you have to be outside of the radius of the light source. Well, particularly when it comes to something like infravision, because your light source isn't just casting light, it's casting a lot of heat. They are, fire is the least efficient light source, really. If we want to think about it. Though, I guess something like a stone with light on it wouldn't be nearly as disruptive to, say, something like infravision.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll admit, two of my favorite two of my favorite Star Trek episodes are ones that had unusual structuring with the alien species that they came across. One of them is Darmok, for obvious reasons, if you're familiar with it.
No, I'm not familiar with Darmok at all.
Darmok is the episode in which Picard, they come across the alien species that speaks entirely in metaphors. Yeah, Darmok.
Technically.
Yeah, Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
Are you familiar with are you familiar with Nietzsche at all?
Not offhand. I'm sure.
As in like Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher?
Kinda.
I wouldn't necessarily expect you to know this argument, but he makes an argument that all language is metaphor. And that that's actually why we as humans can potentially understand capital T truth, but why even if we could understand it, other than through mathematics or some hybrid language which doesn't exist, some language between mathematics and common speech, we could not communicate capital T truth. Because everything we say is a metaphor and a concept that is unique to our society, unique to our culture. And keep in mind, he's writing pre-internet, right?
Yeah.
And so that's just what that reminded me of.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's calling out, is the inherent problem of my version of red is not your version of red. That's one problem. But even then, my conception of a chair has similarities with your conception of a chair, but they're not necessarily the same conception.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'm not going to bore you with it, but those are two intentionally overly simplistic examples.
Yeah. Well, in the case of this one, it's more of literally their language is based off of citing example. Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra was basically two people working together to solve a problem. Darmok and Jalad at the on the ocean is basically when they have come to an understanding and gotten their situation figured out. It's honestly a really fascinating episode from a linguistic standpoint, because in the Star Trek universe, they actually do speak, for lack of a better term, in the speech is translated, but because they cite metaphor, you still don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
So they'll say things that sound like English, but
it's not clear English.
Yeah, it's like I said. Yeah, wait, when you get a chance, I'd recommend looking at the episode. It's actually really fascinating. But
which Star
Next
Trek
Generation.
was it? No, good. I like Next Gen best personally.
Yeah, it's an episode where oh, that's fire. That's a lot of fire. Ow.
This place will become your tomb.
Cortana just killed me. But yeah, it has the captain of the alien ship and Picard are transported to a location where they have to work together to defeat a creature as a way for, and sort of like forcing the situation of, hey, either we figure out this conversation dialogue thing, or we're gonna die.
I mean, there's the crux of Star Trek for you.
Yeah, like one of the things I like is they have a phrase that says Sika, his eyes uncovered, which is basically their way of saying he understands now.
Yeah. And that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like in the Avatar movies, the blue-skinned Avatar movies, I mean. When they say I see you, right? Like it's not about like seeing you, it's about like recognizing you as a member of the community.
What happened?
Wait a minute. This is not the floor I parked on.
Chief, please respond. What is your status? Over. If you can hear me, find transport. Head to the town of
But the other one is an episode called Nemesis. It's from Voyager. It is an episode where Chakotay is sort of captured by a militant army, or whatever you want to call it. Like there is two species that are at war with each other, and they call each other Nemesis. And he's sort of enwrapped into a very elaborate sort of propaganda simulation thing, and is sort of brainwashed into believing one side's view on things. But the thing that I like about them is that the syntax is similar, but the word structure isn't. Like, instead of saying yes or affirm when they hear something, they say truth. And when they
I have heard. I've seen clips with that.
Yeah, or like they'll say things like, instead of "do you understand," it's "do you fathom."
Yeah.
What's our situation, Sergeant?
Not sure.
Like in all intents and purposes, Nemesis is an interesting sort of depiction of just how subtle brainwashing can be.
Too far underground.
But it's also really good representation about how a universe, like, you may have the same structure, but not the same words for your sentences.
What I find interesting is that they choose the word fathom. And the reason why I find that so interesting is, like, do you know where fathom, like, comes from for us?
Not offhand, but I think it has something to do with maritime.
Ooh, okay, go on.
No, I mean, I think it has something to do with maritime, sailing, where fathom, since it is also a description of depth, it is basically a way of saying you like, I fathom it, as in I understand it on a deep understanding.
Good. So you have, yeah. So that's one sense, but it actually goes deeper than that, right? Okay. And so it's a measurement of depth, but it's a measurement of depth based on the length of a man's arms. So like fingertip to fingertip, right? And that's hence depth, right? You do it with a pole or rope or whatever else. But so to fathom in an English sense, in an Old English sense, is to encompass, to grasp, to fully embrace, right? And so that's why I find it funny that they say, like, I fathom, because that's so purely an Anglo-Saxon human expression.
Yeah. Honestly, I think like a lot of it, that is kind of what it seems like they were trying to go with.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the dialogue differences are not so much like, are a little bit more odd, for lack of a better term, to where like the structure is exactly the same, to where you know what they're saying, but it's like reading a reinterpretation of Shakespeare from like an 18th century version of English.
Yep.
Where instead of like they, thy, and thou, it's still like I, me, and we, but certain words don't, for lack of a better term, exist in the lexicon.
Yeah, they have no concept for it. Yeah. Well, and that's part of what like Nisha's talking about, is like, you know, how do you communicate an idea that somebody else like doesn't have a concept for? It's very easy to say, you know, well, you know, a tiger's an example of a mammal, here are the traits.
Yeah.
Right? But if they have no concept of like what
a mammal is,
even a mammal is, right? Let alone like what, like the ability to see those traits all added up. Because it's one thing for humans to see things in sequence. Think about like a math class you've taken, right?
Yeah.
You can understand the individual parts of an equation, but when you see the equation without any other context, just by itself, it takes a level of skill to just interpret that, right?
Have you gone to see Project Hail Mary?
No, I have not.
I think you would genuinely like it, because because it is a movie about a dude that has to save the Earth from the sun dying, and he comes across an alien, and the alien is a sort of rock creature, but they have no way to communicate other than like general gestures and like sound vibrations. So the dude uses math to sort of help start the translation process, to where he takes the sort of trills and like musical like singing, for lack of a better term, that this alien does, and uses combines it with math to help sort of create a noise, like a translation filter from his computer, where the creature is still like singing, like doing that same native language, the singing and all that kind of stuff, but he's got a computer up that every time it says one of those things, it automatically translates it to something he can understand. And the creature's sort of like catchphrase throughout most of the movie is amaze, amaze, amaze. Yeah, because like I said, this rock creature sort of speaks through resonance, so it doesn't necessarily.
Well, and that would make sense, right?
Yeah. Ow! I got
So, yeah,
a spike
it doesn't really,
in my kidney.
I guess, complex.
Yeah.
Repeated thought probably takes precedence over, like, I would say, nuanced thought.
Yes and no. It's actually kind of fascinating because, like I said, the character doesn't have any eyes, doesn't have nose, and all that kind of stuff. They live in such a hot temperature environment that both the main character and this alien cannot exist in the same space, because the alien's habitat is I think like
utterly inhospitable.
Yeah, like the air, it's like they breathe an air we cannot breathe, and they exist at a temperature level that is way too high for humans to survive in. Okay, that's a new one. I just heard a Marine say,
What?
"Oh man, Chief's dead. I'm just gonna eat my gun, okay?"
Oh God.
But yeah, no, it's like a good like the good portion of the. It's a very slow burn movie, where most of the movie is just them trying to figure out what the because they go to a star, like I think it was like Tau Ceti, because it's the only one not having this dwindling problem. So both of them go to it trying to figure out what it is, and most of the movie is them on the way there trying to understand each other.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's also
That's
based
like
off. If it's also based off of a book with the same name, I believe. So if you don't feel up to watching the movie, you could always check out the audiobook.
Well, and that's it. Is that what I think is kind of cool is that like to me that sounds almost like a more entertaining version of like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It has.
And I know they're sending completely different messages, right? And it's not a Kubrick film, I'm guessing, but
No, it's not a Kubrick film. Like I said, it's based off of a book, which is a book by the same name, I believe. Project Hail Mary.
That's cool. I like when they do that.
But it does have a very similar 2001: A Space Odyssey kind of vibe.
Yeah, very I guess conceptual in execution.
Mm-hmm. It's also a gorgeous filled cinematography-wise. Like there were
sounds fun.
Yeah, there were so many parts of that movie that were just genuinely breathtaking to look at. Yeah, I got to go see it a early screening of it in theaters.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah. Well, it's more of the case of I just happened to know somebody that had access to it, and they weren't able to go check it out, so they just gave their tickets to me and my roommate.
Hey, still lucky you.
Yeah, I suppose. Like it is one of those movies that there were a couple of parts that were a little painfully cringy, for lack of a better term, but
okay,
it was still a movie I would absolutely go see again. But the only reason why they were cringy is just because I know certain structure things.
Mm-hmm. Like, you mean like movie, like plot structure, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like where you're just sitting and you're like, I know what's happening here.
Yeah, I know what's happening here, and it's making me uncomfortable because, like, they're doing this setup to lead to that plot setup, and just getting there is awkward because I just am just like, oh, just get to that part already, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I've been there. I know exactly what you mean. Where it's like, oh look, this is an artificial plot contrivance because we are clearly in Act 2. We cannot progress to the end without some kind of minor hurdle along the way, so let's just go ahead and get that over with.
Yeah.
Did I lose my walking stick? No, I have my walking stick. Okay.
But yeah, I didn't realize, like, it was one of those moments to where I didn't fully realize how invested I was in the movie until there were parts where things looked like they were about to take a turn for the worse and we were going to lose one of the characters. To where it was actually thrilling without being a thriller, as it were. Where
yeah,
it was a genuinely developed tension because much like the characters getting to know each other, you got to know these characters through that sort of developing of understanding.
You never had so much empathy for a rock, huh?
Yeah, actually, yes, 100%. That is the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, of course. You know, any movie can make you experience, you know, interacting with something strange, but it's usually a good movie that makes you actually enjoy the experience.
Mm-hmm. It's like if the book is like, and the thing is, if the movie is this good, it kind of really makes me want to go out and buy the book, because for a book they are able to do a lot more with like character stuff.
Oh,
because
of course.
A movie has to downsize it. So if the movie is this good, it makes me really want to go read the book.
Of course, right? That's the tragedy of movies like, you know, Dune or books like Dune and The Lord of the Rings and stuff like that, where it's all, you know, everything is so big, so long, and it needs to be. Or even something like, okay, fine, if you don't want a fantasy example, how about Stephen King's It? Mm-hmm. You know, that's like every bit as long. It's, you know, when it gets truncated down into a movie, stuff gets lost.
Yeah, that's why the first version of it on visual media was a TV miniseries, and the second one was a 2-part movies.
I like Tim Curry's Pennywise best.
Oh yeah.
But that might not be the best It, according to, like, my girlfriend, like, argues vehemently that, like, you know, Tim Curry is the best Pennywise, but not the best It.
I would argue, yeah. I would say Pennywise is a better It. The dude from the new one is a bit, okay, Tim Curry is a better Pennywise. The dude from the new one is a better It. Because the trick with Pennywise is, with the Tim Curry one, I could absolutely believe kids being tricked and captured by him. I cannot see any kid willingly going anywhere near the new It.
You got it.
Cause like cause the new dude, while he does get the scary energy down perfectly, he's not funny. He's not interesting. He's not, for lack of a better term, attractive for kids.
Exactly.
Whereas Tim Curry's, you could tell that, one, he's fucking with the kids the entire time, and two, you could tell that the clown is there to have fun and be a clown. Like, he looks like a random birthday clown. Like the kind of dude you would hire for your son's birthday party. And that's what makes him so insidious, is the fact that you could very easily hire it without knowing that you did, and then suddenly your kid's gone.
That's it. Haha. That was a pun.
Yeah.
It's okay. The attempt at humor was barely there.
Yeah. Well, I saw
No,
it. I thought you did want me to acknowledge it. Just that way it has better emphasis.
Actually, I think there are a few things in this world I hate more than clowns. And it's not really the clown's fault.
It's things like it, that kind of... it and John Wayne Gacy's.
Well, see, I'm actually, I guess I might get yelled at for this. I'm not a Stephen King fan. I have the same feelings about Stephen King as non-Tolkien fans have about Tolkien.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's
a dude
overwrought and bloated, and You know, everybody criticizes Tolkien for his backstory about, you know, the backstory he's weaving into the plot, so we all care about it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, well, you know, King kind of does the same thing, hate to tell you.
Yeah.
And, you know, except for there's a lot more rape and racism in his books, and so I'm a little less
And
inclined.
pedophilia.
Yeah.
Like the fucking, like, I can't...
Literally.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The fucking...
Yeah, no, I got you. But with the It, for example, the actual book, like, there are parts in there that are just like, what the fuck are you thinking? And
it was the cocaine.
Yeah, but doing like, I'm not going to go into the details because, again, I'm live.
Yep.
But just doing that with the Losers Club, just what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was absolutely unneeded and out of fucking nowhere.
I know what you mean. I can think of the exact scene you're referring to. And yeah, right? Like, it's... But anyway, yeah, I don't like, I don't like the way King writes. I also don't like the way, damn it, contemporary of Tolkien wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
C.S. Lewis?
C.S. Lewis. I can't stand the way C.S. Lewis writes. But if only because he constantly cuts forward in time, so it robs the present scene of all tension.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I can't stand King either. Because, one, his stories come down, like, on some level, I'd argue he's been writing the same story for the last, like, 40 years. It's just a different monster is attacking Maine for some reason, because he has a hate boner for Maine.
Well, and to his credit, once you, as, like, a writer, learn an area, like, it's easier to write stories about that area, because then you don't have to go learn a new one. I mean, like, for Lovecraft, right, it was New England.
Or a waterfront somewhere.
Yeah, right, but...
Which, granted, to be fair, a lot of his stuff was, like, oceanic kind of horror, so, I mean, it'd be very weird to deal with oceanic horror in the middle of the Mojave.
Got it. Right. Well, that, and, like, see, my favorite stuff from Lovecraft, actually, is his stuff from space. Not from...
Not, like,
not from the ocean at all. Yeah. No, to be fair, like, Cthulhu's cool.
Yeah.
But
I mostly mean, like, the fish god kind of shit.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Is that it?
Everybody loves Dagon. I actually would like if Dagon
stayed gone,
had been longer. Well, like, the problem, like, Lovecraft shines when he's somewhere between a short story and a novella, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where it's not... Because Dagon is really short as far as that one goes. I mean, everybody goes to, Shadow over Innsmouth, right? But,
honestly, the thing I'll say
like...
about...
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the one thing I'll say about Hitchcock is Hitchcock is done well when somebody else is writing Hitchcock.
Oh, Hitchcock's great, yeah. Yeah.
The racism aside, because all of it boils down to racism.
Yeah.
Like, when you take the overall themes of a Hitchcock story, like the Eldritch horror and all that kind of stuff, he really didn't do his own books very well. What really made Hitchcock so popular was two reasons. One was the public domain, Because let's be honest, if it wasn't for the public domain, no one would give a fuck about Hitchcock like they did when he had the copyright. But the other thing is, you had like writers and whatnot in like the 90s and 2000s, like writing Hitchcock stories that were way better written and less overall racist.
Well, also, like, writing has undergone an evolution, and I think that's something that we forget about sometimes as consumers. And like, it's one of the reasons why I exclusively use older works to like tutor my middle and high school students and stuff, as opposed to more modern stuff.
Yeah, but even
and it's because
go ahead, sorry.
No, I want them to see the evolution in our writing so they appreciate what we have today.
Oh yeah, because like Hitchcock, even back like on top of being like incredibly racist even for the time, it's just like, which is wild to think about, to where like motherfucker was so racist, even the Klan was like, dude, calm it down.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone brings up the fucking cat, for fuck's sake.
Lovecraft actually had a similar problem with a cat too.
No, that's what that's what I mean. Lovecraft's cat.
Yeah.
Did I say Hitchcock?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I meant to say Lovecraft.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, like Hitchcock was probably just as racist as the time, but like Lovecraft was like incredibly racist. That the plan was like, dude, calm the fuck down. You're going a little bit too hard.
People love to point out how anti-Semitic he was, and that's something I've always questioned. Mostly because of his wife.
Mm-hmm.
But
by the same
even
token,
then, you know,
yeah.
it doesn't. Well, one doesn't exclude the other, right? They're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, look at J.D. Vance and his wife, for fuck's sake.
Yep. Yep. Well, and even then, there's there's his ability to like have a blind spot for her because she cares, or she's the exception, or whatever.
She's one of the quote good ones.
But there is, yeah, right. But I think we also can't underestimate the ability, the pressure to say fit in the role that plays as well, because like he wasn't exactly what you would consider heteronormative. So he had to fit in on some level as well, I would think. But anyway, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for him. It's just it's harder to say when somebody's been dead and you can't ask them directly.
Yeah, and then you ask them, and then if you're able to do that, you find out, oh wow, they're even worse.
Well, and that could be it, right? That very well could be it.
Yeah, but like the thing I will always say about Lovecraft is great world building, terrible writing.
Well, that's it, right? And do we separate the human from the art? Right? It's like rolling, for Christ's sake.
Like I'll always say, if the artist no longer financially benefits from it, yes. If they benefit from it, no. Like I agree. Well, that's how I feel about Harry Potter and why I refuse to deal anything with that, because though granted, even if that does enter the public domain, there's a good chance I'll probably still not interact with it, because J.K. Turkface basically set up an organization that basically used the proceeds of her estate to keep pushing an anti-trans agenda long after she's dead.
Yeah. It's certainly not a good thing.
Nope.
That's actually one of the instances where, nah, I won't say that here. Yeah, I won't say that here. Ooh, I could go grab the Holy Lance. Do I go grab a fairy or the Holy Lance? Holy Lance.
Well, make sure you get the fairy's consent first.
I'm not grabbing the fairy's Holy Lance. Those were mutually exclusive options.
You still you still have to get consent from the fairy before you grab her.
That's fair. Okay, Holy
Like
Lance.
Henry Craig has
go.
always said, always ask for consent.
In this day and age, that's impossible. Me fail English?
The irony of failing English as an English teacher.
I came dangerously close when I was a student.
Yeah,
Not in like college, but in like grade school.
Oh, yeah. My English teachers hated me.
Because you're pedantic?
Pedantic, and I kept asking why.
Asking why isn't a bad thing.
No, but when you constantly interrupt the lesson and to ask why do we why is this, why is that, why are we doing syntax like this and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think
it's one of those things to where on some level I kind of was purposely challenging the teacher to actually teach and not just read from the syllabus, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
And the English teachers really did not like me because I kept interrupting class as I used to say, I interrupted class so that she could actually teach.
Well, I only have two, like, I enjoy the fundamental philosophy, right? The only two things that I have to counter it, and I've told my students exactly this, right? Number one, above all, time is finite, and sometimes we do have to move on. If you want to talk to me about the concept later, I will happily do so. That's what office hours are for, etc.
Yeah.
Right. Number two, if you're going to ask a question, ask it when I'm done speaking. Because if you interrupt my train of thought, I'm not getting that thought back. And if that keeps happening, the lecture's going nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one, this was high school, and two, like, I would raise my hands. It wouldn't be just like I would interrupt them in the middle of it.
I've had students actively interrupt me in the middle of my speaking, though.
Yeah.
Like college students, I mean. And it makes me want to choke them.
Ow.
I guess for credit, or for context, while you're playing Halo, I'm playing Talisman. One of my favorite board games. That is about as which is about as balanced as your typical game of Magic the Gathering.
So somewhere between fuck and all.
Exactly fuck and all is what I would say. It's not balanced at all. But that's kind of also what makes the game fun, is that that not necessarily level of RNG, but much like Darkest Dungeon, sometimes it can just screw you over.
Ow.
The good news is when you die, you drop all their stuff on the space where you died. So, even if you're like a, you know, effectively quote-unquote level 1 character, you can run back and grab all the gear you have as long as somebody else doesn't steal it. And, it doesn't make up entirely for what you've lost, but it helps a lot.
Ow.
Maybe don't do that.
problem I have is that I'm dealing with a chieftain with a fucking fuel rod cannon.
Not just a fuel rod cannon, a fucking fuel rod cannon.
Yep.
That's worth
It's
two
a
regular fuel rod cannons.
Yeah, because he's behind a fucking concrete cinder block. One of those road blockers.
I was playing Resident Evil 4, the original, not the remake, and today, and I was trying to hit a guy that was on a minigun and had a very similar problem. I'm using the Matilda for the first time in that run, and it's blowing through all of my ammo incredibly quickly. Yeah. I mean, the automatic pistol will do that, but still.
Shotgun, because I'm not going to be able to get close. Dodge and weave, dodge and weave. Whoa, that was close. That was close. Running.
Wasn't it Halo 1 that gave the pistol unlimited ammo?
No, the pistols had unlimited ammo.
Okay, I guess it just felt like that.
Yeah, it felt like that because the thing had a huge clip, basically one-shotted damn near everything, and
the scope was decent.
Yeah, the scope was decent, and it was like found damn near anywhere you found a dead Marine.
Yeah.
Alright, Chieftain's helmet is popped off. Ow.
Mind trying to beat Halo with just the pistol again.
Halo 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, Halo 1, it's doable. It is absolutely doable.
It was. I remember doing it when I was in high school.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, like, I had just finished doing Legendary Halo 2, and that was awful. That was fucking awful. The game fucking unironically fucking cheats. Like, I have never been
fun.
I have never been like 180 fucking insta sniped by a fucking jackal in my life than I had trying to do Halo 2 on Legendary. That's one chieftain down.
Do I take the pet as a trophy or do I keep it as a pet? I'll keep it as a pet.
Yeah, I will do it to say though, the one thing that I have to keep... What the fuck are you... Get off the pole! Get off the pole! You are not a stripper! Get off the pole!
It likes being on the pole.
It's on the power... It's on the fucking cable... It's on the power cable lines. How am I supposed to watch Columbo with him on the fucking pole? And pop. Pop, pop, pop. Let me pop your fucking dome piece. Thank you.
This is... I'm not entirely sure this is possible.
Yeah. I've lost track of how many times I've done Legendary Halo 3. Hell, I did the annual achievement probably like 20 or 30 times.
Halo 3 was supposed to be good. I don't know.
It's good from the gameplay side of things. The story is kind of rushed. Like there are a lot of like the story beats that it feels like Halo 3 is the story of like the third act of Halo 2 wrapped up. So it's like they stretched out a third act into a full 3-act structure, and it just does not really work as well.
I guess it doesn't feel... It's kind of like the third Hobbit movie.
Where it's just like, this is like the scraps that we have to get at the end.
Yeah. I still think the Hobbit movies would have been a better... like...
TV miniseries?
two-part... Well, a TV miniseries would be okay, but I would have even accepted just like a movie that's part 1 and part 2, where you still split it at Mirkwood, because that makes the most sense, right? Because that gives you the beginning of the movie where you meet with Beorn, you then have the down moment while they're all in jail, and then that way you can rise back up with them going through Erebor and defeating Smaug, and then it goes down again once Thorin's dead. I guess spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't read a 40-year-old story or whatever.
You mean like like a damn near 100-year-old story?
Shut up, I'm old. It was just 40 years ago, damn it.
Yeah, in 1990 was only 10 years ago.
Right. But no, Tolkien's The Hobbit came out in like, what was it, like 68 or something like that, I think is when... No, actually before that. Long before that.
Yeah, no, the Hobbit came out in like 1910. Like the Lord of the Rings came out in like, I think during World War, like just before World War II started.
First edition, 1937.
Oh, okay.
For The Hobbit. And it took him considerably longer to write the other one because he doesn't come out with the Red Book until the 50s.
Well, to be fair, like through most of the the 40s, the UK was kind of getting blown up.
They were a little busy.
Yeah.
They were a little busy. But that also, Tolkien as a writer was frankly insane because he would every time he would redraft one of the books of the Lord of the Rings, he would redraft the entire book. Not just the chapter or section he was working on. He'd start back from the very beginning again, and he was doing all of it on a typewriter.
Yeah.
Which, that's just...
wild.
It's ludicrous. Utterly ludicrous to me. have to fight 6 demons.
What about 5 demons and a very eager imp?
At this point, I just took the very eager imp. So the funny thing about Talisman is, like, you have the strength route to victory and, like, the spellcasting craft route to victory. And if you go the spellcasting route for victory, you have to have just enough strength to where you'll have to be able to beat, like, multiple strength 4 demons at the end. So, in other words, you can't entirely dump strength, just mostly. So it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like, there was effort put in to balance the game. It's just, there's so much RNG to it that it's kind of impossible. That, and if the other players just want to bully you, there's nothing you can do about it. And like that, the game is over.
Final score, a Greg out of 10.
They are, I guess the major downside of it is that it's like a 3 or 4 hour game if you're playing with people as opposed to playing with bots. So, not everybody's up for that. As far as, like, you know, sitting and playing a board game that long, I mean.
Splatter.
161 games won. God, I need a life.
I mean, technically speaking, you do have a life. You actually, you actually have a career, whereas my crippled ass spends most of their time stuck in a hole in the ground.
Well, you'll be alright. You're doing what you can for yourself, and that's what counts.
Yeah.
Steam has a Medieval Fest going on?
Yep.
The hell is that?
All medieval games are on sale.
I mean, that's cool.
So, it doesn't have to, it's like anything that's got like a medieval theme, so knights, swords, castles, all that kind of stuff. So, like one of the
Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Like Dark Souls is like on there.
Yeah, I see. The Witcher's on there apparently.
Yeah. So is Mountain Blade.
Blackheart is Farthest Frontier, War Tales, Age of Empires,
Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah, Crusader Kings. I actually wish my computer had a graphics card, because Dark Souls 3 would be fun.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing Elden Ring on the Steam Deck.
Yeah, I saw it came out for that. It's also about on the Switch 2 as well. Any questions on Elden Ring? Because I have over 1,000 hours on it, so it's something I can seriously nerd out about.
No, I've already killed like Godric, Rayleigh, and a few other like big time bosses.
Okay. You haven't done the DLC yet?
No, I don't have the DLC.
Oh, the DLC is worth it.
But
I'm serious.
Yeah, I know, but I bought but the thing is, when I bought Elden Ring, it was on sale. The DLC was not.
That's true. That's true. I would send you the money for you to play the DLC.
Yeah,
frankly. I mean that.
Yeah. To be honest, Elden Ring is fun, but the one I really want to play is Sekiro.
Oh yeah, Shadows Die Twice is great. It's punishing though. It is. Elden Ring is very forgiving in comparison.
Yeah, I know. I am fully aware that it's hard as balls, but
well, two things. One, in the DLC, the light great swords are amazing, and the way there's only two of them, but the way they handle is amazing. But two, there's a tier in a crystal tier. I presume you figured out what those are. In the DLC that lets you parry enemy attacks like in Sekiro. It only lasts for like 3 minutes or so. I think it's either 3 minutes or 5 minutes. So, you know, it's not something you can do all the time, which made me very, very sad. Right? Because, like, if that was a weapon ability instead, which is what I think it should have been, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's, I don't know. The DLC weapons are fun. A lot of them have that Asian feel. Like, I went and rebeat the game entirely with, like, Dan's footwork, which is, you know, I quite literally kicked people to death. Nothing like going up against, I remember I fought Melania with using the footwork.
Yeah.
And what's funny is if you land all 4 hits with the kick, with the special for it, it's like a 4-part windmill kick basically. You can stagger Melania with it.
Nice.
And you can just keep her staggered. Yeah, I literally, like, I got her through phase 2, almost dead, and I just stopped and let her kill me because it was too easy. I had to switch weapons. I was like, this feels like cheesing. I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
I regretted that being so hard.
Yeah, I think the last, like, mainline boss I defeated was, hold on. Let me see.
Oh, For Honor's on here. I was kind of hoping that, that fake medieval art game would be on here. It's...
Alright, I'm back. Sorry for that phone call. So the last, like major boss I beat was, Shardbearer Radahn.
Oh, Shardbearer Radahn, okay, as opposed to Star Scourge?
Whatever the one that's on the battlefield.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, you beat the first Radahn, the easy Radahn.
The one where I just basically had all the fucking spirits kick his ass, and I just, just basically did, constant drive-bys.
Yeah, right, and that's pretty much all you can do. That's pretty much all you can do to him, yeah. He was a check for players when the game first started, though. He was pretty good. I just say he's the easy one because there's There's a way to fight him later. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but oh my god. That was awful.
Yeah, I beat Godric. I beat Renala. I beat
Well, Godric
Radahn.
and Godric and Renala aren't too bad. Radon's the roughest of the three for sure.
The two I honestly say I probably had the most, like the one I had the most fun beating was the Regal Ancestor Spirit.
Regal oh yeah. Because it's like prancing around and shit. It's not a particularly hard boss, but it's just fun.
Yeah. I also like the last most boss I beat was the Magma Worm Maker.
The magma worms, they hit really hard, but they are very telegraphed. So there's that. It can be, if you're trying to run up on them, it can kind of be hard because of all the, well, magma around them, all of the lava around them. But yeah, what was your preferred build?
Strength. I used sword and board.
Okay.
I used a Godric's army sword, or the headsman's axe, and a shield that allowed me to like a full body kite shield that allowed me to use the additional effect of the weapon. So I was running around with a shield and sword, and I was able to activate the holy ability of the swords.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you want to do a strength build, going down to the Weeping Peninsula and grabbing the anchor is not bad. There's a cave down there.
Yeah. I've gotten to the Weeping Peninsula. I killed the man beast thing. That's at the very end of the peninsula.
Okay. Well, even then, that sword's not bad, but it's usually only used by most people as for a buff.
Yeah. Oh no, I have been using it. I actually buffed it to be like my strongest sword. It's the one I use if I'm going against something that is like ability resistant, because my axe is registered to holy, and my sword is bloody.
Holy is rough. Holy is like when you get into the mid game, so when you get up into the Altus Plateau and like from there onwards, everybody and their brother has like 50% holy resistance. So it's rough going.
Well,
that said, fire affinity scales with strength.
Yeah. Well, what I do is I have the axe set to heavy instead of holy, and it's the charging holy ability that allows you to sort of enchant the sword to do holy damage, and I use it primarily to deal with the undead.
Yeah. So you're doing I guess both strength and faith then.
Strength and endurance.
Okay.
I'm doing basically a tank build.
Yeah. I've done a big bonk build before, and they can definitely be fun, though usually when I'm doing it, I'm not using a shield. I'm two-handing some stupidly huge weapon.
Yeah. Well, I use the I use the shields because my reaction time is not the greatest, and it allows me
Neither is mine.
It allows me a margin for error. Ow.
And also, riposte builds, like, don't underestimate the power of that. Like, you know, the curved sword talisman, the opalescent shield talisman, like they can be really scary You combine that with the turtle charm if you got it.
Yeah.
And,
Oh wait, I just remembered.
you can-
My Godric's greatsword isn't bloody anymore. It's magic because I buffed up the bloody talon, the curved greatsword.
Yeah. That curved greatsword. That curved greatsword saw me through my entire first playthrough of the game. I used that from beginning to end. They nerfed the iframes on it. Because it used to be, because it's an attack ability that also had iframes for dodging, right, kind of in the middle of it, right? And what they did was they shrunk that window down.
Yeah.
You can still get a dodge off, but mostly it's due to hitboxes. It's not due to iframes.
Yeah. I'd say
And
if I was. Yeah. I'm not doing any particular build, but if I had to say I was doing one, I'm doing a counter build where I'm all about defense, and once I get you at a point where you're, you use your last attack, I'll let you hit the shield, counter, knock you staggered, and then fucking do massive damage with a execute.
Well, and some bosses, like phase 1 of the actual final boss for Elden Ring, are susceptible to those kind of guard countering tactics, and others really aren't.
Yeah.
So you just gotta be careful.
Yeah. Admittedly, I'm kind of going in primarily blind. And I'm, like, the only time I look stuff up is if it's one of those things where, like, oh, in order to get this key, you have to go to this place that's on the complete other side of the map that you have no way to know about unless you talk to this one dude on a Tuesday.
You got it, right? That's exactly how it works, right? Yeah, like, I wouldn't try and fight Moog countering him. That would be a recipe for a bad time.
Well, a lot of the time,
I wouldn't.
I only really do the counter plays
against little guys.
Little guys and things that are quick and frail.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of the time, I'm basically just dodging and castrating.
Yep. Wait for the opening. But the Bloodhound's Fang is so that, like, really for a balanced build, a strength dex build, it's so good. It really is. And good news is since you've gone and cleared out Raya Lucaria, adventure around Raya Lucaria a bit, like the waters around it and stuff, you'll kill a couple of guys that'll drop larval tears. And if you do get the DLC, you'll get larval tears that way too. And what larval tears let you do is
already. I just haven't used it.
Good. Okay, so then you know about respecking.
Yeah, that because I killed Relena.
Yeah, right. And that respecking can come in handy sometimes, where if you realize, oh god, I have to take what I put in Faith or what I put in Int or whatever because I wanted to try this other thing out, and let me move it back over here and that kind of thing.
Ow.
I will say that if you do go back to playing it, stats start to soft cap at 40. They start to soft cap at 40. So, like, 40 and really 60 is your goal, but if you're going past 60, the hard cap is 80.
Yeah. I mean, I've already, like, I'm at, like, 45 with, like, strength and whatnot, and I've been focusing on getting endurance and other stats, because, I'm focusing on making my character as hard to kill as possible.
Yep. Getting your main stats, vigor, endurance, you know, getting those, I mean, you can beat the game with them at like 20, but really 40 is fine. That's when the cap really starts to hit for them. To be fair, I have multiple characters with, you know, an endurance far higher than that, right? Hit points, and I have one fight simply because I just have so many hit points. Like, it's a valid tactic of being like, okay, I can take this hit, I know how much it's going to do, and I think I'll live.
Yeah.
There's always the I think part, but
yeah, the one thing that has me constantly going is just the lesson I learned early on when Elden Ring first released. If you can't beat it, come back to it later.
True. It's very true. Come back to it later. Don't underestimate the power of spirit summons. They're there to help.
That's actually my go-to build. Is like, I'll go in Headman's like I can't remember which one it's called, but it's the axe that goes over your shoulder that's got like the crescent loop in it.
You're not using Godfrey's axe, are you?
No. Hold on.
Well, that's good. That's at least reassuring. I don't know what axe you're I don't know. I can't envision it right now. I'm sure if I went and flipped through my item menu, I'd see it, but no, axes can be good. They can be good. A lot of people really like the warped great axe that you get from the Omen Killers up on the Altus Plateau. So if you ever run into any of those, people really love them. But it's because they technically have like the speed of a great axe, but the damage of a colossal weapon. So that's why people like it. That and for status, because they build up status far faster, because they have the status number of a colossal weapon, which is usually higher because you swing them so slow, but because their speed rates, their swing rates so much faster.
Oh yeah.
It helps.
It is a great axe, not a regular axe, and it is the Crescent Moon axe.
Why does that sound familiar? Let me look at. Oh yeah. That's an early game weapon. It's not a bad one. All things considered.
Yeah, I use that or Godric's Knight Greatsword as my go-to weapons, and I've been using them since, well, the early game. And the thing is, like, I have used other weapons, but it's like that fucking Top Gear meme. This is brilliant, but I love this.
Yeah. The only thing...
It's like to where most of like the end game weapons and whatnot, I just don't give a fuck for. Like, I like the Godric's Greatsword because it is simple and it has the animation positioning that I'm looking for.
No, I understand.
Yeah, to where it's like, do you know what I mean by animation positioning?
I think, well, for me, that it sounds like it's giving you, like, the special for it is giving you the look you want for your character.
No, actually.
Okay.
The way I carry it is what I'm looking for.
Okay.
So it's like I don't like the weapons that I just carry straight forward. I like the ones that the character carries on their shoulder. Like they're resting the blade or the back of the weapon on their shoulder.
Yep.
So I tend to stick with those. If it doesn't have that animation style when I'm running through, I usually don't use it. Tried to sneak around the other side, and it did not work. But yeah, it's like I know like what I'm doing is probably suboptimal, but frankly I couldn't give the mildest fuck.
Valid. I don't know. I really liked. Well, one of my favorite acts actually comes from the DLC, which is the Death Knight's long hafted axe. But that said, 331 strength scaling A. I'm checking something right now. No, also 331 strength scaling A. Okay, so they do scale basically the same. Interesting.
Yeah, but the Crescent Moon Axe is like my primary, and Godric's Greatsword, which was my primary, has become my secondary because I usually have it as as a bloody sword. Because what I like the ability of like, okay, so I'm going against something that's squishy, or at least rather is full of blood. I'm going to use the bloody feature on this sword to where I can create a swath of blood across them and do fuck tons of damage and just make sure my health stays up.
Yep, as long as you because the bleed fill is all about filling that meter. So as long as you can fill that meter, and to be fair, the attack you're talking about does a really good job as long as it lands.
Yeah, which usually it does. The only thing I ever have to worry about is when the attack like goes through, but I'm stopped in the animation. So I take the damage, but the attack doesn't go off. I've had that happen a couple of times. Like I think like the last, yeah, like while the last achievement boss I got was the magma worm.
Mm-hmm.
The last, I guess, boss, quote unquote, I beat was that massive dragon that's surrounded by all those little dragons in the Scarlet Rot area.
Rayold, yeah.
Yeah. I killed him, and admittedly I kind of cheesed it. I killed the dragons.
Well, everybody does.
Yeah, I killed the dragons on the back end of him and just proceeded to just sort of like cut at his cankles with with a combination of my axe and a bow.
Yep. Well, it can't. Grail can't do anything, right? All they can do is sit there and scream. So you could sit there with frankly whatever, and just as long as it's like a bleed. Yeah, anything bleed would really help.
Yeah.
I do think I'm flipping through and thinking about end game, what would help the most. And I mean, really, as far as two-handed weapons goes, if you're just looking for a basic one, certainly that axe isn't awful.
Yeah, like I use the amalgamated greatsword only because there are certain things that I want to kill quickly, and once I buff myself, I can basically do that significantly easier.
Yeah. I don't know. My experience with colossal weapons, etc., is a little different, I think. Mostly because when I was using a true colossal weapon, it was a DLC weapon, and that was because of a very fun hack that comes with it. Because there's this like demon leg that you can beat people to death with, but the heavy attack for it has a double bleed effect. So the hit does bleed, and then there's a splash when it hits the ground that does bleed. And so it's a double bleed trigger. So it spikes the bleed buildup. It's, yeah, like the Blood Fiend's, I think it's called Blood Fiend's arm, is, it's not a pretty weapon at all, but there is kind of something very satisfying about beating, you know, an Elder Dragon or something to death with just something's severed arm.
Yeah. Beat a dude to death with another dude.
Pretty much, you know, that was kind of cathartic. And actually, the Bandit's curved swords saw me through a couple playthroughs of the game, believe it or not, because sometimes there are like basic entry-level weapons, like the Bandit's curved swords, ironically, out of like all the other curved swords, like the scimitars and stuff, have like the best scaling. They don't have the best damage, but once you reach a certain level, damage doesn't really matter, scaling does. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah. I think I've like level 70 something.
Yeah. Well, more so it's like when your abilities themselves reach a certain level, that's when it matters far more. Because you'll get to a point where like your ability scaling will end up doing more damage than the actual weapon itself. You know, when it gives you like the weapon damage of like 300 and then it's plus whatever, right? And that plus whatever is the scaling. And that's where that gets crazy. And some weapons, they really suck early in mid game because they don't have the scaling, but then once they get the scaling, they're great. But fashion soulsing it is completely valid. I do that a lot with my armor. That's for sure. I mean, I beat the game once just as a samurai, just for fun. The armor sucked, but
damn, you look good.
The build
doing
was
it.
fun. Right, that was part of it. Right, that and like curved great swords, which are a DLC item, are the curved great swords. They are awful in PvP. So every time I would go into PvP, probably 5 times out of 6 I'd lose.
Yeah. Well, in my case, I fucking hate the PvP. I don't want to do PvP. There's nothing more frustrating to me than using my Steam Deck to play Elden Ring, stop for the night, come back to the next day, and I have to relaunch the fucking the game has to disconnect and then relaunch because I lost connection to the network. And now I have to wait for it to load back in so I can go back to play. That, and I just don't really care for it's not a game I'd go into for the PvP. Like, if I could just have it to where I'm just offline completely, I would.
Well, there are. So, as long as you don't use the powder, the finger powder, right?
Oh, I sold
and
all my fingers.
And as long as you don't bait people in with the Taunter's Tongue, you should not be invaded.
Yeah, well, aside from
the planned invasions.
Yeah, the NPC invasions.
Yeah, those you can't help, right?
Yeah, those admittedly pissed me off. Was like because one of them was like, I triggered because I was trying to get somewhere completely unrelated, and then I couldn't leave this area because a fucking invasion thing happened. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck?
You have to kill them, or you have to die. One of the two.
Well, the thing is, you have to kill them because they don't go away if you die. And if you're trying to go through that area, you're just fucked.
Well, that's it. The key would be if you die, don't go back to that area. Right? That would be the problem. But yeah, no, been there. Absolutely been there. The one down by, shit, what's that starter dragon's name? What's that starter dragon's name? Yeah, the one by the lake. In the lake. Agil. Yeah. The invasion over back behind Agil when you beat after you, because you can sneak around him, you don't have to kill him.
Oh, I killed him, but I killed him later.
But there's if you go down that way, like toward like past where the mine is and stuff, back, that's part of a quest line. But there's a guy there's an invader that way as you go toward Patches, that uses a freaking little bleed knife. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, that's the one that pissed me off, because that was the one that first introduced me to it.
It's a little, yeah. He is a fast, tenacious little bitch, and it's just, and
I just waited for the ally spirit to show up, and then I just let the ally spirit focus it, summon my actually no, I don't think I could summon the soldiers, but one of my go-to because one of my go-to spirits are the Godric soldiers, to the point that I have them buffed up pretty considerably, because it's just like walking around with my own personal entourage.
If you like the Godric soldiers, upgrade the Radahn soldiers and use them. They're like the Godric soldiers, but they throw fire pots.
Yeah.
And they're a little beefier.
Yeah, it's like, I think my Godric soldiers are +4, I think.
Yeah, they're fun. I used them for a very long time, up until I got the Mimic tier.
Yeah.
Because the Mimic tier's fun.
Yeah, I use that or the Lone Wolves.
Yeah, wolves are good but fragile. Same with the rats.
Yeah. What I use the wolves for is like, I'll use the wolves if I need numbers more than power.
Yep.
Like if there's something that tends to be like, I hit anything that just hit me, I tend to use the wolves, because then it will cause them to stop focusing on me, so I can start slapping their testicles from behind a few times before they notice. And then once they notice me, I just fuck off for a little bit and let the wolves recapture aggro.
And hope they aren't dead.
Yep.
If you ever get your hands on it, doing Namali? No, that's not Nephili. Nephili's quest line. You can get your hands on a Warhawk, Ash of War. That one's actually really good at drawing aggro because it flies, and you'd be amazed at how many enemies, bosses included, don't do a good job at hitting flying things. So it'll last longer than the wolves do. It also like breathes fire and shit, which is kind of fun to watch. Having your own giant warrior bird.
Yeah.
Fighting the Warhawks is really annoying though.
Yeah, that's why one of the things I've been doing is I'll do the greatsword or whatnot primary, and I'll do a whip secondary and a bow tertiary.
Yeah, bow is great. I've never fully committed to using whips.
For me, I like using the whips because honestly, the whip has always been one of my favorite weapon ideas. It's why it pisses me off so much that it's so shit in fucking D&D.
They are not weapons intended to kill people. Even stuff like the Arumi, as scary as it is, it's more dangerous to the wielder than it really is a person. But they are cool. I mean, Castlevania, like the idea with Castlevania, you know, it's attractive. And to be fair, something like a Chinese chain whip is a hell of a lot scarier than, say, a Northwestern bullwhip. Right?
Well, the thing is, it has nothing to do with Castlevania. I'm a big fan of Indiana Jones. I've always liked the fact that he was able to beat Nazis with just a whip.
Well, yeah, usually the whip's not doing it. It's usually his fist. But yeah, I know what you mean. He does occasionally choke out a Nazi with it, though.
Yeah.
He never clubs any. Well, no, actually, he might slap somebody with it, like rolled up. I think once, but
he basically hits them with a bully club.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is going to be it for the stream. We've been streaming for about 3 hours.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I have work in the morning.
Yeah. Well, it's just Star is being needy because she still got to wear a cone for another week or so.
Aw, cat or dog?
Dog.
Dog.
She had a growth on her eye. She had to get surgically removed.
Mm.
So she's having to wear a cone for like 10 to 15 days.
Yep.
And she's got to wear it until like next week.
Yeah.
So.
That way she doesn't scratch at it.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off for the night. So I want to thank everybody so much that tuned in today. If you enjoyed it, please tune in next week. I want to thank you all so much for taking part. And I hope you have a great and stress-free week now. Bye-bye!